Here's a rundown on some of our national and international news for this Monday morning. It is Memorial Day 2017, and it's May 29th, if you're keeping track. And the first story is that it looks like Kim Jong-un is about testing new weapons. This one is anti-aircraft, and more concerns around the world that, oh no, he's really pushing for nuclear programs. And look, if other countries got as concerned about the United States testing weapons as the United States gets about North Korea testing weapons, then we would be under all kinds of sanctions all the time, right? Something to keep in mind. McMaster says that he's not concerned after reports about Kushner's back-channel communications with Russia. He says that it's very common and not out of the ordinary, and he's not concerned about it. The suspect in the Portland double murder, I don't know if you heard about this, a fellow stabbed some folks on a train in Portland. Two of them died, third person, non-life-threatening injuries. And at this point, they're saying that he was saying something that could be taken as racist or hate speech or whatnot, because the women that he had been harassing beforehand, apparently one of them was wearing a hijab. They both seem to be Muslim, what have you. FBI says it's too soon to say whether hate crimes will be filed against this fellow as well, but he did murder two people. In the Mississippi, there was a shooting, actually a series of shootings, 8 people killed, the fellow taken into custody on Sunday morning. He said he doesn't deserve to live after what he did. One of those dead, of course, a deputy marshal, and so therefore a lot of talk about law enforcement and Blue Lives Matter and whatnot. In the Philippines, 19 more people dead as the troops there have been fighting ISIS-linked groups. The fighting is quite severe in Mindanao, and literally hundreds of thousands of refugees coming out of that area even as we speak. China versus the G7. Here's an interesting little tidbit. The G7 made a statement over the weekend, kind of a joint statement about the international law applying to the South China Sea. And China is saying, look, we're very clear on this. International law doesn't have jurisdiction. These are our waters. And so the tensions continue there as well, and the specter of a major war now looming. Angela Merkel says that Europe can no longer depend on the United States or on the UK in light of Brexit and in light of the election of Trump. And apparently meeting with Trump over the weekend was a, quote, real wake-up call. And now Europe must fight for its own destiny. Imagine that. And it looks like armed police in the UK have carried out a fresh raid in the wake of the Manchester explosion that happened last week. As always, many more stories than we have time for. If you'd like to become a subscriber, you'll get 30 to 40 minutes audio form delivered directly to your inbox every morning at 5 a.m. You can download it onto your iPad and listen to it on your way to work at radiofreespeech.com. Thanks.